We've already talked about permanent, part-time, centre differentials. As I said before, viscous coupling. What is it? Basically a fluid drive, chain-driven, automatic lock-in centre diff. Now, you can see how the Freelander's set up now, and you've seen by the other four-wheel drives, every time we've tried to go away, we've had one-wheel drive. As you can see by this, we should get one-wheel drive. Julian, if you could just demonstrate to us what actually happens when viscous coupling takes place. And as you can see, we've got a damn near even split. It's probably actually 60-40. But what the viscous coupling is doing is, it's distributing the drive out a little bit more evenly. But the main important factor there is that it is actually ensuring that drive is staying at both axles. But as you can see from this, and as I spoke about earlier on, suspension plays a big part in off-road driving. So what we're going to try and do now is try and explain to you the different types of suspension systems that Land Rover have used throughout the years. This is suspension. This is a coil spring. It could be a leaf spring, it could be a torsion bar. They all differ in the way that they adapt to the terrain. What this does is twofold. It gives you that ride comfort on the road, but with a four-wheel drive vehicle, it also ensures that the axles adapt to the terrain. This is the shock absorber. The shock absorber, exactly what it says it does. When this body, you can see this travel here, at some point, this travel has got to come back down. That ensures that it comes back down slowly. Other than that, you'd be going like you would be rocking in a Force 10 at sea. What we're going to show you now is a section of terrain to show you the different capabilities of the different types of suspension. Okay, now let's try and show you what suspension does. Just remember what I said before though. Suspension allows the wheels to keep in contact with the ground. That's what makes a four-wheel drive better off-road than any other vehicle. The first vehicle we're going to use now is Ray in the Series 2 Land Rover. It's a 2.25 petrol leaf-sprung part-time four-wheel drive. Ray's actually engaged low four-wheel drive. He's in first gear. You can still hear the revs are fairly high. That's because this engine hasn't got a lot of low-down torque. Well, it has, but it hasn't got as much as the diesels. Whoops-a-daisy. If you just catch a eye of the mud on the back of that car now, you'll just notice that Ray's departure angle exceeded the car then. And as you can see now, Ray's got a slight problem there. He's actually stuck, if you look at the angle of the car, stuck going downhill. That shouldn't happen, should it really? But it's a little bit down to the suspension, okay? It hasn't got the flexibility of the coils. And you see, what Ray had to do then was go a little bit faster. He's used the car's momentum, in fact, to get it through there. Now, you know, Ray is an expert at that. Some people try a little bit too much momentum and end up dropping themselves in all sorts of trouble. You see again, what he's actually doing as he's driving, he's developed something what we call ground reading skills. He's reading the ground, but he's not accelerating because he's just got to stall the car.